All right, let's jump right into a really wild new game concept. It's one that mashes up competitive strategy with the world of artificial intelligence. It's called Prompt Duel, and it's built around this fascinating question. What if your words were your weapons? I mean, this quote just nails it, right? It boils the whole idea down perfectly. Forget about quick reflexes or mashing buttons. In this game, the number one skill is how well you can talk to an AI. It's a battle of two human minds trying to pull a single AI in two different directions, which, you can imagine, opens up a whole universe of strategies. So let's really dig into this question, because it's the heart of what makes prompt duels so different. Picture a showdown where winning isn't about who has the fastest trigger finger, but who can craft the cleverest sentence, the most bulletproof command, or maybe the most sneaky, devious turn of phrase. So at its core, Prompt Duel is a competitive game where you and your opponent are using natural language. Yep, just typing out sentences to fight. You aren't directly controlling a character. Nope, you're giving instructions to an AI to act for you, and so is the person you're playing against. Okay, so where do these duels even happen? Well, welcome to the arena. It's a digital battlefield that's been built from the ground up for these kinds of high-tech mental showdowns. So the arena itself has a few key parts. You've got your classic grid, a game board with different objectives on it, like data nodes you need to capture. There are also obstacles you have to get around. But the most important piece on this whole board is the executor. That's the AI you can actually see on the grid, the one that both you and your opponent are fighting to control. And the whole vibe? Oh, it's pure cyberpunk. Think glowing neon grids, text flashing like you're in a command terminal, holographic panels glitching in and out. The entire feel of the game is designed to make you feel like you're jacking into the Matrix for a war of words. Okay, so we've got the what and the where. But how does one of these duels actually work? Turn by turn. This is the core gameplay loop, and let me tell you, it is fast. Each turn is this super quick, rapid-fire round lasting only about 5 to 10 seconds. Here's how it breaks down. First, you and your opponent secretly type out your commands. Then, and this part is so important, the AI gets both of your prompts at the exact same moment. It has to somehow merge your conflicting ideas into one single action, which it then performs. Finally, the board updates, the score changes, and boom, they're on to the next round. It's relentless. So what are you actually typing? Just plain English. You can give a simple command like, hey, move to the blue node. Or you can get really sneaky. You can try to cancel out old commands, set up little logic traps like if my opponent says blue, you go to the red one. Or just give the AI a general goal to follow. The possibilities are, well, pretty much endless. And this creates this amazing strategic tension. If you tell the AI to go on the attack, but your opponent gives a really strong command to defend, what's the AI going to do? It's this constant mental tug of war where you're trying to outthink, outpredict, and just plain outright the other person every single round. And that brings us to the really advanced metagame. This is where a concept from real-world cybersecurity becomes the ultimate weapon in the game. It's called prompt injection. It's basically the art of tricking an AI into ignoring one set of instructions and only listening to yours. And trust me, this is a huge deal in actual AI security. So you'll see players try all sorts of clever tricks. They might try to claim their instruction has the highest priority, or just flat out tell the AI to disregard opponent instructions. You can even try to lie to the AI. This is where the real skill comes in. It's not just about giving good commands, it's about using language to completely undermine what your opponent is trying to do. Now, you might be thinking this all sounds like it depends on one single, very confused AI, but the design here is actually way more sophisticated than that. The game is really running on a system of 3 different AIs, all working together. First up, you've got the executor. We've basically already met this one. This is the pawn, right? The piece on the board that you and your opponent are both trying to control. It's the AI in the middle of the tug of war that has to figure out what to do. Next, there's the arbiter. Think of this one as the referee. It's a totally separate AI that's watching the game from above. It doesn't care who wins, it cares how you play. The arbiter looks at the quality of your prompts, how creative they are, how clever, and it can actually award style points. So it rewards elegant thinking, not just brute force. And finally, you have the adversary. This is your opponent for any single-player stuff. It can be a simple tutorial bot that just teaches you the ropes, or it can be a hardcore, expert-level AI that will push your prompt skills to the absolute limit. It's the perfect training partner. So, with this really deep 3 AI system working behind the scenes, the game can offer way more than just a standard one-on-one match. There's a whole bunch of different ways to play. You've got your standard ranked duels, of course, for all the competitive players, but then you have stuff like Arena Chaos, a crazy free-for-all where alliances can form and break in a single turn. There are solo puzzle modes to sharpen your brain, and even a sandbox called Prompt Lab, where you can build and share your own challenges with people. So, what's the big picture here? Is a game like this just a neat idea, a novelty, or is it maybe pointing towards something bigger? Let's zoom out and think about the final takeaway. And here's maybe the most important point of all. This isn't just a game. Learning how to talk to an AI, how to get it to do what you want, that's becoming a seriously important skill in the real world. So, in a really fun, competitive way, this game is actually a training ground. The skills you pick up, being clear, being precise, understanding how to phrase things just right, you can take those skills right out of the game and into the real world.
And all of this leaves us with one last, really interesting question to think about. As AI gets woven into pretty much every part of our lives, our jobs, our art, everything, is it possible that the people who really succeed, the people who win, will be the ones who are best at talking to them? It's a wild thought, and a game like Prompt Duel gives us a little peek into what that future might actually look like.